Good as new. Where does Woof Woof come from?
How much is that doggy in the window?
I know it! I know the one! How much is that doggy in the window? Woof woof! Ours comes from our honeymoon in India. That's more ridiculous, if you ask me.
Shouldn't I go see how she's doing?
Ooh, yes, off you go, Darjeeling.
Shall I? Oh, Annette. Worried about you. You feeling better? I think so.
If you're not sure, stay away from the coffee table.
I left the towel in the bathtub. I wasn't sure where to put it. Perfect. You've cleaned it all up. I'm so sorry.
Oh, everything's great. Everything's in order.
No, Annette, forgive me. I haven't paid any attention to you. I've been obsessed with my kakashka.
Don't worry about it.
Still, the way I behave, very bad.
Not at all. Something occurred to me in the bathroom.
Yes?
Perhaps we skated too hastily over. Well, what I mean is.
Say it, Annette. Say it.
An insult is also a kind of an assault.
Of course it is.
Well, that depends, Michael.
Yes, it depends.
Benjamin has never shown any signs of violence. He wouldn't have done that if he didn't have a good reason.
He got called a snitch. I'm sorry. Yes. We don't want any statements from victims. We don't want any victims. I don't want you quoted alongside victims. Blanket denial, necessary attack the newspaper. If anyone calls me a snitch, I'm liable to get annoyed.
Unless it's true.
What did you say?
Oh, I suppose it's justified.
My son is a snitch?
Of course not. I was joking.
Yours is as well, if that's how it's going to be.
What do you mean ours is as well?
Well, he did identify Benjamin.
Because we insisted.
Oh, Michael, that's got nothing to do with it.
What does it matter whether you insisted or not? He gave you the name.
Annette.
Annette what? You think that my son is a snitch?
I don't think anything.
If you don't think anything, then don't say anything. Would you just stop with these insinuations?
Down. Annette, Michael and I are making an effort to be reasonable and moderate.
Not that moderate.
What is that supposed to mean?
Moderate on the surface.
All right, I really have to go.
Fine, go on. Be a coward.
Annette, right now I'm risking my most important client, so this responsible parent routine.
My son has lost 2 teeth, 2 incisors.
I think we all got that.
One of them for good.
He'll have new ones. We'll give him new ones, better ones. It's not as if he burst in your drum.
We're making a mistake to not take into account the origin of the problem.
There is no origin. There is just an 11-year-old child hitting someone with a stick.
Armed with a stick.
You withdrew that word.
You withdrew it because we objected to
We
it.
withdrew it without protest.
A word deliberately designed to rule out error or clumsiness, to rule out
I don't
childhood.
think we can take much more of this tone of voice.
You and I have had trouble seeing eye to eye from the start.
There's nothing more infuriating than to be attacked for something you yourself consider a mistake. The word armed was inappropriate, so we changed it. However, if you stick to the strict definition of the word, it is far from inaccurate.
Benjamin was insulted and he reacted. If I'm attacked, I defend myself, especially when I find myself alone, confronted by a gay!
Puking seems to have perked you up.
Do you have any idea how crude that sounds?
All right, we all mean well. All 4 of us. Why let these minor irritants, these pointless aggravations push us over the edge?
Michael, that's enough. Let's stop beating around the bush. All we are is moderate on the surface. Let's forget it.
No. I refuse to let myself slide down that slope.
What slope?
The shitty slope these 2 little bastards have perched us on. There! I said it!
I'm not sure Ronnie has quite the same element.
Veronica.
Sorry.
So now Henry is a little bastard? That is the last straw.
Correct. I really have to go.
Me too. Oh, go on, go. I give up.
Yo! Mom! No, we're with some friends. But go ahead, tell me about it. No, just do whatever the doctor wants you to do. They've given you Antro? Wait a minute, Mom, wait a minute. Don't. Antral's your crap, isn't it? My mother's taking it.
Thousands of people take it.
Huh. You stop taking that stuff right now. Do you hear me, Mom? No. Don't argue. Yeah, well, tell Dr. Parolo I'm forbidding you to take it. Why glow in the dark? No, that's completely ridiculous, Mom. All right, look. We'll talk about this later. Lots of love. She's rented glow-in-the-dark crutches so she doesn't get knocked down by a truck. As if someone in her condition would be strolling down the BQE in the middle of the night. They've given her Antral for her blood pressure.
Well, if she takes it and stays normal, I'll recall it as a witness. You have a script. Here we are.
No, I don't appreciate your cynicism. If my mother starts to display the most minor symptom, I'll be starting a class action.
That'll happen anyway.
Well, I would hope so.
Goodbye, Mr. and Mrs. Novak.
Behaving well gets you nowhere. Courtesy is a waste of time. It weakens you, undermines you.
Right. Well, let's go. Enough preaching and sermons for today.
Go on. Go. Oh, but can I say one thing? Having met you two, it's pretty clear that for what's his name? Benjamin! There are mitigating circumstances. Oh.
When you murdered the hamster.
Murder.
Yes.
I murdered the hamster.
Yes! You've done your best to make us feel guilty, but your virtue went straight out the window the second you decided to become a killer.
I absolutely did not murder that hamster.
Worse, you left it abandoned in a hostile environment. That poor thing was about to have been eaten by a dog or a rat.
It's true. That is true.
What do you mean that's true?
It's true. What do you expect me to say? It's appalling what must have happened to that creature.
I thought that thing would be happy to be liberated. I thought it was going to go run off down the gutter, jumping for joy.
Well, it didn't.
And you abandoned it.
I can't touch those things, for fuck's sake, Ronnie. I'm incapable of touching the whole species.
He has a phobia about rodents.
Yeah, that's right. I'm frightened of rodents. I'm terrified of snakes. Anything close to the ground, I don't want them near me, so that's the end of it.
And you? Why didn't you go out and look for it?
Because I had no idea what had happened. Michael didn't tell us, me and the children, that the hamster had escaped until the following morning. I went out immediately. Immediately, I wanted to grab the lock. I went down to the basement.
Veronica, I find it intolerable to be on trial all of a sudden for this hamster saga that you seem fit to reveal. It's a personal matter which is nobody else's business but ours, and which has nothing to do with the present situation. And I find it incomprehensible to be called the killer in my home.
What has your home got to do with it?
My home! The doors of which I have opened. The doors of which I have opened wide in the spirit of reconciliation to people who ought to be grateful to me for it.
It's wonderful the way you keep patting yourself on your back.
Don't you feel any guilt?
Oh, I feel no guilt whatsoever. I have always found that creature repulsive. I'm ecstatic that it's gone!
That's ridiculous.
What's ridiculous? Have you gone crazy as well? Their son beats up Henry and I get shit on because of a hamster?
You behave very badly with the hamster. You can't deny it.
Fuck the hamster!
You won't be able to say that to your daughter this evening.
Bring her on! I'm not gonna let myself be told how to behave by some 9-year-old snot-nose.
Yeah, I'm gonna step behind you there.
Pathetic.
Careful, Veronica. You be very careful. I have been extremely restrained up till now, but I am 2 inches away from crossing that line.
What about Henry?
What about Henry?
Isn't he upset?
If you remember, Henry has other problems.
Henry was attached to nipples.
Stupid name as well.
Yeah, you feel no guilt. Why do you expect my son to feel any?
Listen, I am up to here with these idiotic discussions. We tried to be nice. We bought tulips. My wife tried to pass me off as a liberal, but I can't keep this bullshit up anymore. I am not a member of polite society.
No.
What I am, and have always been, is a fucking Neanderthal. Aren't we all?
No, I'm sorry. We are not all fucking Neanderthals.
Well, not you, obviously.
No, not me, thank God.
No, not you, Dargy, not you. You're a fully evolved woman. You're stain resistant.
Why are you attacking me?
Oh, I'm not attacking you, quite the opposite.
Yes, you're attacking me. You know you are.
Not at all. You stand up for civilization, and that's completely to your credit.
Exactly. I am standing up for civilization, and it is lucky that there are people like me who are I don't give a shit. You try to rise above petty-mindedness and all you do is end up humiliated and completely on your own.
Yes. No, let them prove it. Let them prove it. Oh, if you ask me, don't answer at all.
We're always on our own, everywhere. Who wants a little rum?
Murray, I'm in a meeting. I will call you back from the office.
So you see, I am living with someone who is totally negative.
Who's negative?
I am.
This was the worst idea. We never should have arranged this meeting.
I told you.
You told me?
Yes.
You told me you didn't want to have this meeting?
I didn't think it was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
Oh, please! Anybody?
You told me. You didn't think it was a good idea?
I think so.
You think so?
Wouldn't mind a drop.
Did you have to go?
I can manage a small glass now that we've come this far.
And tell me that we weren't in complete agreement about this.
Calm down, Veronica. Calm down. This is pointless.
Who stopped anyone from touching the clafouti this morning? Who said, let's save the clafouti for the relics? Who said it?
That was nice.
What's that got to do with it?
What do you mean, what has that got to do with it?
If you invite people, you invite people.
You know, speaking personally, my wife had to drag me here. When you're brought up with a John Wayne-ish idea of virility, you don't want to settle this kind of problem with a lot of yakking.
I thought your model was Spartacus.
Same family.
Analogous.
Oh, analogous. Are there no lengths you won't go to humiliate yourself, Michael?
Obviously, it was pointless bringing him here.
Well, what were you hoping for, Woof Woof? It's true, it's a ludicrous nickname. I mean, were you hoping for a glimpse of universal harmony? This rum is terrific.
It is, isn't it? English Harbor, 10 years old, direct from Antigua.
And the tulips, Whose idea was that? I said, it's a shame the tulips are finished. I didn't say, rush down to the Korean deli at the crack of dawn.
Don't work yourself up into the state, Veronica.
The tulip
crazy.
was his idea, entirely his idea. Aren't we allowed to drink?
Yes, Veronica and I would like one as well. By the way, I find it rather amusing that someone who descended from John Wayne and Spartacus can't even pick up a mouse.
Will you shut up about that hamster? Shut up!
You're right, it's laughable.
But what about her?
I don't think she needs any.
Oh. Give me a drink, Michael.
Nope.
Michael?
Nope.
What's the matter with you, Michael?
Take it. Drink, drink. Who cares?
Is alcohol bad for you?
It's wonderful.
Right. Well, I don't know.
Mr. Raleigh.
Alan.
Alan. We're not exactly soulmates, you and me, but you see, I am living with someone who has decided once and for all that life is second rate. You know, it is very difficult living with someone who comforts themselves with that thought, who doesn't want anything to change and who can't work up any enthusiasm.
He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit about any of
You
that.
have to believe in the possibility of improvement, don't you?
Yeah, he's the last person you should be telling this to.
I will talk to whoever I goddamn well please.
Who the fuck is this now? Yes? Mom. He's fine. He's lost his teeth, but he's fine. He's in pain. I said he's in pain, but it'll pass. Look, Mom, I'm busy. I'll call you back.
He's still in pain?
No.
Why worry your mother?
Oh, he can't help himself. He always has to worry her.
Right? That's enough, Veronica. What is with this psychodrama?
Veronica, are we ever interested in anything but ourselves? I mean, of course, we'd all like to believe in the possibility of improvement, of which we could be the architects, and which in no way would be self-fulfilling. But does such a thing exist? In life, some people drag their feet. It's their strategies. Others refuse to acknowledge the passing of time and drive themselves demented. People struggle until they're dead. What difference does it make? Education, the miseries of the world. You're writing a book about Darfur. Fine. I can understand you saying, I'm going to choose a massacre. What else does history consist of? And I'm going to write about it. We do what we can to save ourselves.
I'm not writing a book to save myself. You haven't read it. You don't know what it's about.
It makes no difference.
Terrible stink of corals.
Terrible.
You certainly laid it on.
I'm sorry. Don't be. I was the one spraying it like a lunatic.
Original remark, I bet that threw you off for a loop.
Think too much. I don't know what that means, think too much, and I don't understand the point of existence without some sort of moral conception of the world.
See what I have to live with?
Shut up. Will you shut up? I detest this pathetic complicity. You disgust me.
Oh, come on! Have a sense of
I
humor.
don't have a sense of humor, and I have no intention of acquiring one.
You know what I always say is marriage, the most terrible ordeal God can inflict on you.
Great.
Marriage and children.
There's no need for you to share these observations with us, Michael. As a matter of fact, I find it slightly indecent.
Oh, that's not going to worry him.
Oh, you mean you don't agree?
These observations are besides the point. Alan, would you say something?
He's entitled to his opinion.
Yes, but he doesn't have to broadcast them.
Well, yes, perhaps.
We don't give a damn about their marriage. We're here to settle a problem with our children. We don't give a damn about their marriage.
Yes, but
Yes, but what are you saying?
there's a connection.
There's a connection. Of course there's a connection.
There's a connection between Henry getting his teeth knocked out and our marriage?
Obviously.
We don't get it.
Children consume our lives, then destroy them. Children drag us towards disaster. It's unavoidable. Look, you see those happy couples casting off into the sea of matrimony, and you say to yourself, they have no idea. Poor things. They just have no idea they're happy. No one tells you anything when you start out. Look, I've got a school buddy who's about to have a child with his new girlfriend. And I said to him, a child? At our age, are you insane? The 10 or 12 good years we have left before cancer or stroke, and you're going to go screw yourself up with some brat.
You don't believe what you're saying.
He does.
Of course I do. Worse, even.
You're demeaning yourself, Michael.
Is that right?
Stop crying, Veronica. You can see it only encourages him.
Oh, please, help yourself. Help yourself. Exceptional, isn't it?
Exceptional.
Would you like a cigar?
No cigars.
Too bad.
Alan, you're not intending to smoke a cigar.
I'll do what I like, Annette. If I feel like accepting a cigar, I'll accept a cigar. If I'm not going to smoke, it's because I don't want to upset Veronica, who's already completely lost it. She's right, stop sniveling. When a woman cries, a man is immediately provoked to the worst excesses. Added to which, Michael's point of view is, sorry to say, entirely sound. Yes, Serge. Go ahead. Put New York, the date, the exact time.
This is a thing.
Yes. Whatever time you send it, it just has to look piping hot fresh out of the oven. No, we're surprised. We condemn. Surprised is feeble.
This goes on from morning to night. From morning to night, that cell phone makes mincemeat of our lives.
One moment. Annette, this is very important.
It's always very important. Everything happening somewhere else is always more important.
Yes, go ahead. No, not procedure
Here.
maneuver. A maneuver
Where?
time for 2 weeks.
In the street,
Sarah.
at dinner, doesn't matter where.
A paper in quotes. Put the word paper in quotes.
Oh, I give up. Oh, total surrender. I want to throw up again.
Where's the dishpan?
I don't know.
A maneuver time for 2 weeks. Yes.
There it is. Please, help yourself.
You just have to quote me. This is simply
What? Everything is in order. We're fully equipped.
to manipulate share prices. Share prices and undermine our client, confirms Alan Raleigh, head counsel, Verance Pharma Company, AP, Reuters, General Press, Medical Press, the whole 9 yards.
She wants to throw up again.
What's the matter with you?
I'm touched by your concern.
It's upsetting me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have misunderstood.
And next, let us not start now just because they're fighting, just because their marriage is fucked. Doesn't mean we have to compete.
Right? Do you have to say that our marriage is fucked? Who gave you permission?
Yes. Just read it to me. We're sending it over. Manipulation. Manipulate share prices. It's on its way. It wasn't me who said it, it was Frank.
Michael.
Yeah, Michael, sorry.
I refuse to let you stand in any sort of judgment over our relationship.
Well, then don't stand in judgment over my son.
That has got nothing to do with it. Your son injured ours.
They're young. They're kids. Kids have always given a good beating to each other during recess. It's a law of life.
No, it isn't.
Yes, of course it is. You have to go through a kind of apprenticeship before violence gives way to what's right. Let me remind you, originally, might was right.
Possibly in prehistoric times, not in our society.
Our society. Explain our society.
Oh, this is exhausting. These conversations are exhausting me.
You see, Veronica, I believe in the God of carnage. He has ruled uninterruptedly since the dawn of time. You're interested in Africa, aren't you? Oh, feeling bad?
Everything's fine, don't worry about me.
I am worried.
Everything's fine.
As a matter of fact, I just came back from the Congo. Over there, little boys are taught to kill at the age of 8. In their childhood, they may kill hundreds of people with a machete or a kalash or a thump gun. So, you'll understand that when my son picks up a bamboo rod, hits his playmate, breaks a tooth, or even 2, in Cobble Hill Park, I'm likely to be less susceptible than you are to horror and indignation.
You're wrong. So good.
That's right. Thump gun means a grenade launcher.
Are you alright?
Perfectly.
What's the matter with you? What's the matter with her?
Just bile, it's nothing.
Don't lecture me about Africa. I know all about Africa's martyrdom. I have been steeped in it for months.
Ooh, I don't doubt it. Anyway, the ICC has already conducted its inquiry on Darfur, so...
You think I don't know that?
Don't get her started on that, for God's
Hey! Oh! Hey, come on! Come on! Oh! You know what? I'm starting to like you.
Yeah, she's a supporter of peace and stability in the world.
Shut up! We are living in America. We are not living in Kinshasa. We are living in America according to the principles of Western society. What goes on in Cobble Hill Park is a reflection of the principles of Western society, of which, if it's all the same to you, I am happy to be a member.
Yeah, and beating up on your husband is one of those principles, is it?
She threw herself on you in such a, she threw herself on you in such a fever. If I were you, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
Hey,
He's making fun of you! I don't give a shit!
I'm not making fun. Not at all. On the contrary, yet morality decrees that we should control our impulses, but sometimes it's good to not control them. I mean, we don't want to be singing Ave Maria when we're fucking. Where can you find this rum?
That vintage, I doubt you can.
Thump gun.
That's right. Thump gun.
You're right.
Why? Don't you just call it a grenade launcher?
Because thump gun is correct. It's like you say clash.
Who's
Instead of
this?
Kalashnikov.
You speak up.
That's enough, Annette. That's enough.
The great warriors like my husband, you'll have to give them some leeway. They have trouble working up an interest in local events.
It's true.
See why? I don't see why. We are all citizens of the world. I don't see why we should give up the struggle just because it's happening in our own backyard.
Oh, Ronnie, do stop shoving these thoughts for the day down our throats.
I'm gonna kill him.
Yes? Yeah, fine. Take out regrettable. Crude.
Right.
Crude attempt to.
This
That's
is
it.
excruciating.
Otherwise, he approves arrest? Fine. Fine, very good. What were we saying? Thump gun.
We were saying that whether my husband likes it or not, that no one place is more important than another when it comes to exercising vigilance.
Vigilance. And that it's ridiculous to be drinking the state you're in.
On the contrary.
Vigilance is an interesting idea. Yes? No interviews before the circulation of the
That's
press
it.
release.
I insist you break off this horrendous conversation.
Absolutely not. Remind them the shareholders won't give a fuck. Remind them the shareholders can't. Next. Are you insane? Fuck!
Oh my god! The hairdryer! Where's the hairdryer?
It's incomprehensible! You need to be locked up, you poor thing! Oh, and everything in there is to be ours to set up!
This is completely irresponsible. I don't understand you.
Everything's in there my whole life!
Now, hang on. Maybe we can fix it.
Forget it, it's
Oh,
fucked!
no, we'll take out the battery and the SIM card. Can you open it up?
I don't know how I just got it.
No, just give it to me.
It's fucked and they think it's funny. They think it's funny.
There we are. You, Ronnie, you at least can have the manners not to laugh at this.
My husband will have spent his entire afternoon blow drying.
Leave it, pal. Leave it.
Well, we'll have to wait a minute. Do you want to use my phone? You know, I have to say, this is...
Yeah. What is it that you have to say, Michael?
I can't think of what to say.
Well, if you ask me, everyone's doing much better. Everyone's feeling fine, if you ask me. Everyone's much calmer. Don't you think? Men are so wedded to their gadgets. It belittles them. It takes away all of their authority. A man ought to keep his hands free, if you ask me. Even an attaché case is enough to put me. There was a man once that I was really attracted to. Then I saw he had a shoulder bag. A man's shoulder bag, but that was it. There's nothing worse than a shoulder bag. Although, there's nothing worse than a cell phone. A man ought to give the impression that he's alone, if you ask me. See, I also have a John Wayne-ish idea of virility. Colt 45. A device for creating a vacuum. A man who is incapable of being a loner has no texture. So, Michael, are you happy? It is somewhat fractured, this little... Oh, I've forgotten the word. What was it that you called it? Anyway. In the end, we're all doing more or less all right, if you ask me.
I should probably warn you, rum drives you crazy.
I've never felt more normal.
Right.
I'm starting to feel rather pleasantly serene.
Oh, that's wonderful. Pleasantly serene.
As for you, Darjeeling, I don't see what's to be gained by getting publicly smashed.
Kiss my ass.
Take one, Ellen. Relax.
Cigars are not smoked in this house.
These are Cuban, Cohiba, Monte Cristo, number 3 and
You
number
don't
4.
smoke in a house with an asthmatic child.
Who has asthma?
Our son.
This stop you buying a fucking hamster.
It's true. If somebody has asthma, keeping animals isn't recommended.
Completely unrecommended.
Even a goldfish can be risky.
Do I have to listen to this fatuous nonsense? I'm sorry, but I am probably the only one of us not feeling rather pleasantly serene. In fact, I have never been so unhappy. I think this might be the unhappiest day of my life.
Well, drinking always makes you unhappy.
Michael, every word out of your mouth is destroying me. Okay, I don't drink. I had a mouthful of this shitty rum that you are waving about as if you're showing the congregation the Shroud of Turin. I don't drink, and I bitterly regret it. It would be a relief to take refuge in a single drop at every minor setback.
My husband's unhappy as well. Look at him. Look. It's as if he's been left by the side of the road. I think it's his unhappiest day of his life as well.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, old wolf.
Turn that off. That thing is dead.
Yes, Mom? Because it could kill you. That stuff is poison. Alright, you know what? Someone is going to explain it to you. Tell her.
Tell her what?
Everything you know about that crap you're peddling.
Yes. Hello, ma'am.
What can he tell her? He doesn't know the first thing about it.
Uh-huh. And does it hurt? Well, the operation will fix that. What about the other leg? No. No, I'm not an orthopedic surgeon. She keeps calling me doctor.
Doctor, this is grotesque. Hang up.
Well, what I mean to say is you're not having any problems with your balance. Oh, no, not at all, not at all. Don't listen to any of that. All the same, it'd probably be good to stop taking it for the time being. Until you've made it comfortably through your operation. Yes, it sounds as if you're in very good shape.
Alright, thank you. Alright, Mom, you hear that? No. You just do as you're told, okay? And we'll talk about this later. Lots of love! Love from us all! She's killing me. One pain in the balls after another.
Right. So, what have we decided? Shall I bring Benjamin by at 7:30? No one seems to give a rat's ass anymore? All the same, might I add that is what we're here for.
Oh, I'm starting to feel nauseous. Where's the pan?
Yeah, no, that is enough.
In my mind, there are wrongs on both sides. That's it. Wrongs on both sides.
Are you serious?
What?
Are you aware of what you're saying?
I am. Yes.
My son Henry, to whom I was obliged to give 2 extra strength Tylenol last night, is in the wrong.
He's not necessarily innocent.
Oh, fuck off! God, I have had quite enough of you.
Oh my god! They've lost their shit!
Alan, help! Alan, help! She's broken my compact and my frame. Oh, defend me! Why aren't you defending me?
We're going.
It's not as if I'm strangling her.
What
simplistic baloney we're up to here with
I
this.
stand by everything I've said.
Oh yes, you stand by what you said. You stand by what you said. Your infatuation for a bunch of Sudanese coons is bleeding into everything now.
I am appalled. Why are you choosing to show yourself in this horrible light?
Because I feel like it. I feel like showing myself in a horrible light.
One day you may understand the extreme gravity of what is going on in that part of the world, and you will be ashamed of this inertia and your repulsive nihilism.
You're just wonderful, Darjeeling. You're the best of us all.
I am. Yes.
Come on, Ellen. These people are monsters.
Stop it, Annette.
No, I want a drink. I want to get drunk. This bitch hurls my purse across the room and nobody bats an eye. I want to get bombed.
You already are.
Why are you letting them call my son an executioner? You come to their house to settle a problem with your children, and you get bullied and insulted and lectured on how to be a good citizen of the planet. My son did well to clout your son, and I wipe my ass with your Bill of Rights.
A mouthful of ramen. Bam! The real face appears.
I told you, didn't I tell you?
What did you tell him?
That she's a phony. This woman is a phony, I'm sorry.
And when did you tell him?
When you were in the bathroom.
So you'd known her for 15 minutes, but you could tell that she was a phony.
It's the kind of thing I pick up on right away.
It's true.
I have an instinct about that sort of thing.
And phony.
Come on,
What does that
Ellen.
mean?
Will you
Calm
stop? Why
down.
did you put me through this?
Woof woof. Phony, what does that mean?
She's the kind of person who tries to smooth out the rough edges, period. She doesn't care any more than you do. She's all front.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. Are you saying the truth?
Well, they don't give a fuck. They haven't given a fuck since the start, obviously. Well, her too, you're right.
And you do, Michael. Let me say something, honey. In what way do you care, Michael? You're far more authentic when you're showing yourself in a horrible light. And to be fair, nobody in this room cares. Except for Veronica, whose integrity has to be said must be acknowledged.
Don't acknowledge me. Don't acknowledge me.
I care. I absolutely care.
We only care about our own feelings, and that we're not social crusaders. Oh, I saw your friend Jane Fonda on TV the other day. I was inches away from joining the KKK.
What do you mean, my friend? What does Jane Fonda have to do with this?
You're the same breed. You're the same category of woman, committed, problem solving. That's not what we like about women. What we like about women is sensuality, hormones, wildness. Women who make a intuition about their song and dance and their feelings. Women who are custodians of the world depress us. Even him. Poor Michael. He's depressed.
Don't speak for me.
Who gives a flying fuck what you like about women? Where does this lecture come from? A man like you? Who could begin to give a fuck what you think?
Oh, she's yelling. She's yelling like a stuck pig.
Oh, and what about her? Doesn't she yell when she said that little bastard did well to cloud our
Yes, he did do well. At least he's not a sniveling little.
Well, now he's a snitch. Is that any better?
Come on, Alan. What are we doing staying in this dump? Your hideous tulips! I think this is the worst day of my life as well.
This yours?
Thanks.
Broken?
No.
You know what I always say is, leave it.
No.
Yes, darling. Oh, that's good. Yeah, can you do your homework at Annabelle's? No, darling, we haven't found her yet. No, I went all the way down to the grocery store. No, I think you have to have faith in her, my love. Okay, Nibbles was very resourceful. Do you think she liked living in a cage? No, Daddy is very sorry. He didn't mean to make you sad. Yes, you will speak to him. Again, okay, listen, we are worried enough about your brother as it is. She'll eat leaves, acorns, horse chestnuts. She knows what she needs. Yeah, worms, snails, things that fall out of trash cans. She's like us. She's omnivorous. See you soon, sweetheart.
Chances are that creature's probably stuffing its space as we speak.
No.
What do we know?
See, I knew where all the things were coming, so I was like, yes, I'm enjoying you both. The rubber wax, yeah. When I did Dr.
Ended on the
4 years ago.
Did she bring her son back at 7:30? Is the hamster dead? What happened to that hamster? What happened to her?
Wasn't that